Hello, Internet Land. Welcome back to Anthony's Basement. And this week, I'd like to talk about custom-made instruments. Should you do it? First thing, if you're going to have a custom-made instrument, there's no real rules on this. You can have whatever you want. If you've got the money to spend on this kind of thing, and I was in a very lucky and fortunate position to be able to, then make sure you know what you want. But after that, you can do whatever you want. You can have, there's almost infinite possibilities available to you. So having a clear idea helps. Well, looking through the internet, I found a maker, a chap called Jon Shuker, based up in Derbyshire, as I've mentioned before, who had a design for a headless bass called the Uberhorn, and it looks like this. Now, the Uberhorn, this shape, you can have it with as many strings as you want. You can have it with a headstock or without a headstock. I wanted it without a headstock because sometimes we play in places where it's a bit tight. There is no headstock. You may also notice this is where the tuning keys are. This is where it's done. You might notice it looks beautiful. So the actual bass guitar part of itself is a humbucker pickup, volume control. This is a sweepable mid-range for the actives. This tone is the treble. That's the bass, and that is a treble boost. And that's the active electronics. Or I can completely ignore those and pull the volume pot up, put it into passive mode. It's great. Continuous wood all the way down. The body on the back is white ash, I believe. The top wood, which is not purely for display, but it is kind of. This is satin. This is one of the decisions which had to be made, which was happened later on. This is satin wood, and I don't think I can really explain how beautiful this is via the camera on my iPad. In real life, it has this kind of 3D quality to it. It's almost like clouds across the surface of the instrument. It's beautiful. It's a satin finish on it, which I prefer. I don't want it too glossy. I'm going to be playing this in pubs. The hardware, I went for gold, which is a bit showy, I know. But it just works so well with everything else. And this had to be making an advance of really knowing what this wood's going to look like. He showed me what it looked like when it's just a plain bit of wood on a bench. It's not quite the same as when it's part of the guitar and finished and the gold hardware's on it. You don't really know how it's all going to work out. And it's worked out really nicely. When you custom make ordering something, have whatever you want. Now, the other two little bits of the control, we have this here, that little switch. That is for the pickup, so all the way here, all the way up, full humbucker mode, single coil, parallel, so like having two single coils next to each other like you would have on a jazz bass. The other switch I shall get to at a later date. But how does it sound? Sounds quite good. Also sounds rather good. Notice a bit more low end comes through. Nice. As you can see, a wide range of sounds available, out of one pickup. Now, I mentioned the other switch. Now, if you look really, really, really carefully under the bridge, there are some wires coming out. That feeds into a box of tricks inside here, through this cable here, this box of tricks here, and that enables me to talk to the computer or any synthesizer or anything else. This enables me to make essentially any noise known to man, or even unknown to man. Everyone likes a bit of a choir. How about a bit of percussion? Quite late, you like that? Oh, just some synthy bass. A wealth of noises available to you. For live work, it means I can just, for one, have a bit of a funky clav at the bottom end, which I actually use quite a lot. I've been using quite a lot in band practices. It's really nice. Or just adding a bit more horns in to help the keyboard player out. Whatever I feel like doing is all achievable. So what that little switch there does, when it's just talking to this, which has got a Roland GR55, which would be my main pedal board device when doing gigs if I was using the MIDI stuff, and the little switch switches between just being a synthesizer of some variety, strings, horns, whatever, being both the guitar noise which comes out of this pickup through this array, and then out from a socket in the back there, or it'll be just the bass noises. I can easily switch between those just using that little switch. Very handy, very useful. I can't actually say enough things about Jon Shuker. Sorry, my cable's got stuck in my chair. He's a great guy to work with. Responds to emails, gives you ideas. So every last little thing I had a choice in. So, not just what controls were, but where they're located. A certain amount of license was taken by him. Someone's already asked, how did you decide upon this shape at the end? He just thought it was nice. He also wanted to do a bit different rather than having squared off. Also gives you, changes the brake handle a bit over the 0 fret between where the strings are clamped. If you are fortunate enough to be in a position to be able to order an instrument of your choice made as you wish, hopefully you'll be lucky and find someone you can really relate to, and they're giving you the information you want. When you ask a question, they come back quickly, and then you can get something beautiful, utterly beautiful like this. This is a thing, of course. I've asked for something which is unique for me, something personal to me. All these little bits it's got on it, I wanted. As a way of investing the spare money you've got, not a good idea. Buy something old with a well-known name on it. Buy a Gibson or a Fender or something like that if you want something which is going to hold its value. Buying a custom instrument is not the way. This time I spent a large amount of money purely on me. and I do feel a bit guilty about it at times. But I have also, I think, created or helped create by employing not just a guitar maker, a guitar making artiste, the most beautiful instrument, which if I'd spent this kind of money on a vintage Fender or Gibson, I wouldn't have got anything that looks this special. It would have looked like a Les Paul or a Strat. It might have been quite nice, but it wouldn't have been this, in my opinion, beautiful. Thank you very much. I forgot to say that all the way through that, I was when I had just the bass on, none of the weird synthy noises. I didn't go for a bass amp. I was just going straight into the desk, and the only thing between the bass and the output was this little baby, a Origin Effects Cali 76 compact bass. This is just a lovely, lovely compressor pedal, really good. Also, absolutely bulletproof build quality, fantastic. Yeah, highly recommended.